foundation. As you can see, leaves can grow out of my hands. Yay!
Tonight's topic is global warming. The ice caps are melting. We all know it. It's just a fact that you have to accept it. The ice caps are now 1/3 of what they used to be. What are your views on this, Olga?
Yes, I think the topic of global warming is becoming one of the most important political issues of today. Probably everybody is concerned about this, but nobody wants to do anything.
Some people say that the ice caps are supposed to be completely gone by the year 2010. Do you believe this?
I think it is quite possible if we continue our emissions at the current rate.
Now, I hear that you are in an act to save these ice caps so you can save the polar bears.
Yes, but they also say that the polar bears are kind of eating the Eskimos.
How do you think global warming will affect the ecosystems in the world?
I think very many species will, in effect, die from this change in weather. The climate changes will probably bring about another meltdown from the Ice Age, and when the Earth went through global warming after the Ice Age, many things died. Hopefully the human race will not be extinct.
Yes, but also, as the ice caps melt, the water level, the sea level is rising. So all the coast, the East Coast, the West Coast,
Britain. Woo.
Take the East Coast of the USA, New Jersey, Rhode Island, all those little places, they're gonna be gone.
There'll be a whole aquarium here.
Yeah.
So, what do you think people should move to?
The middle of the state. There are less people there, less population, and these glasses are really constricting my eyes. They're like bulging. Okay. Move to the middle of the state. What do you think of the possible solutions?
I think we should just dump a giant ice cube into the ocean, and that will make things cooler. Like every couple years, just dump a bigger one, and then the problem will be solved completely.
So you basically want to freeze all this water that's melting and just put it back into the ocean?
Yeah.
I also hear that people are now fighting over the water space that used to be Antarctica.
I don't know why, it's just water.
My next guest for the topic of global warming is Superintendent.
Hello.
I hear that you share the same opinions as Al Gore.
Yes, Al Gore is a wonderful man. I met him a few times down in South Carolina. This thing is really freaking loud. In any event, yes.
Just ignore it.
I met Al Gore down south a couple years ago. Great man. Hair's okay, not as good as Charlie in there. But, yes. What am I talking about? Right. Global warming. The whole idea of the globe warming is strange to me. Basically what Al Gore is saying is that we put the world in a big, giant microwave.
These things are sucking out my eyes!
Back to me. Yes. Well, as you said, you brought up the idea of plants and the greenhouse effect. But, you see, how could there possibly be an effect on the greenhouse if there is a greenhouse in my backyard which is functioning quite normally? I do not understand this, and no, as you said before, I like Al Gore, but I do not support his idea that greenhouses are being affected by the warm weather, which, by the way, is quite smashing in the middle of the summertime.
But actually, the greenhouses aren't being affected. The globe is being affected, and that's just called the greenhouse effect.
But why is it being called
the carbon dioxide is building up in the atmosphere, and that's called the greenhouse effect. Because it's warming the earth, not letting sun rays out. They're letting them in, but they're not letting them out, and it's just so
Croissant! Freaking French people. I don't buy it.
happy, Mother!
Anyway, I was going into the whole thing about greenhouses and global warming. As I recall, the globe warming, as my theory would go, I wrote the book, Global Warming is a Pile of Shit in a Barrel. Yes, that is the title. In any event, I wrote this entire thing about global warming being a shit thing in the thing. I'm really confused. But that's
I want my glasses back! They're cool! They're really cool!
Get out of my face! Anyway, as I was explaining in my book, Global Warming, I forget what I wrote, or the title, but it's somewhere around here. Put that hand back there! Alright, the globe, as so,
It's being eaten by giant llamas.
is being eaten by giant llamas. You see, this is the globe, and the rest of the giant llamas. And the greenhouses will be fine for all of time. I thank you for showing up to my programming. Please come back next week. I'm Superintendent, and I'm going to kill the fucker behind the camera.
Oh, God!
Croissant! Croissant! Croissant!
The spoon! It is swirling at me!
The Waffle, in here, Nesherud, habitat. Or for those who do not understand French,
The Waffle, in our natural habitat.
how boring!
All is better. The polar, they're eating them! They're eating the Eskimos! Oh my God, they're coming for me! Ah!
Stop it.
So, these guys.
So,
Okay. Alright.
are not helping global warming. Coolers are actually emitting carbon dioxide and making things worse, not actually cooling it.